Okay, so riding the wave, you've managed to get out, you're through the shore break, you're out the back, you know your wave selection and who's got the right of way now. We've established those already. So now say this is your wave and it's all about you. Like you want to be coming in where the peak is. So where the biggest bit of the swell is, you kind of want to come in with that. But also kind of know where they're breaking on your beach, and a good indicator of that as well can be the wave in front. So the wave that you already didn't take in front, if you look at it as it's going, you start to see the white water coming from it, you see where it's breaking, and you've got a good indication where your wave is going to break. And then the thing is just to read the wave. You know, you'll learn. It'll take time, but you learn how to read the wave and to predict where it's going. Wave riding, you know, some waves are just big, long, beautiful, clean lines, you know, and you could just be going turn after turn after turn. Some waves aren't, you know, some is a whole big mush backwards and forwards, and if that's the case, you might want to work it, you know, go down the wave to the left, turn around, go to the right, turn around. And the beauty with a jet surf, if you have got one of them messy days, is, you know, you can do 2 or 3 rides on that wave, and then you look behind, actually the one behind's better, you just hop off, you ride the next one, you know. But so you can be going up one wave and then back down the other wave behind, and then just keep going and going and going, which is incredible. But I guess wave riding, really, it's about 2 things. It's the top turn and it's the bottom turn. You know, there's actually the rocket science. Once you get behind it, that's really what it comes down to: top turn, bottom turn. And with the jet surf, if we're talking jet surf, we got like the GP 100, the ultra surf shape, and that shape is a bit flat actually from the front. It's not really that suited for waves. It's okay, you can have great fun in the waves, but you might find if you're trying to do like a really tight turn, it's quite difficult. You know, you can use the string to perhaps lead with your hand to pull it around, and I have found that you probably I have to kind of weight the back foot quite a lot to get it to turn. I find if I weight the front foot too much, particularly going down from the bottom turn, I may actually kind of dig the rail into the water and then splat over on your face, and that's the wave ride done. So I turn on the GP 100 more on the back foot. I try and use the handle on the string to lead it around, and then I just try and be wary. If I start to feel the nose sink, I try and pull the weight off of the nose and then carry on the turn. So it's a bit like, you know, a bit of a struggle. The race shape, that's awesome. I love that for wave riding. I mean, it is lacking a wave fin that's actually readily available. A wave fin would really help things, but the hull of the board is just such a nice shape, and I find with that it just feels right. You know, you just both feet, you can just weight I like to put a lot of weight on my front foot. I'm from windsurfing. I always used to put a lot of weight through the front foot, but I find that with that race board I can weight the front foot up. Sometimes I might put the string, sometimes I might not, but it just seems to go beautifully through the top turn, through the bottom turn, and depending if there's like a lot of chop on the water, you probably want to really bend your knees. The extreme case we had today, that Nazaré huge waves, like, which was ridiculous. You couldn't see the chop from the shore, but it was banging, and these things were fast waves. They were flying. I'm bent down so fast here, I feel like, you know, I've almost got my bum touching the board. I'm charging, pulling the handle out right to the front, bang, 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 and I'm hanging on for dear life because I didn't want to wipe out with one of them things. But it was incredible. Worked really, really well. And then the top turn, I guess, when you come back up the wave, you don't want to fall off the top of the wave. You probably want a good bit of speed coming through your bottom turn, but luckily with a powered surfboard, you can use the throttle to subsidize. Like if you had a poor technique getting around the bottom turn and didn't carry too much speed, you can just jam a little bit more throttle on to get fast up the wave, and you can be practicing with how much throttle that you use. You know, I might use probably when I'm riding waves just often a quarter throttle, just kind of rest. But sometimes you need to go a little bit faster. The wave's breaking fast, and you just think, oh, I wish I could go faster. Then you remember, of course I can. I got an engine, I got a throttle. You pull a bit more throttle, boom, you get past the braking section, and then you can carve up. And then probably as you come off the top, you might let the throttle back off a little bit, and then just kind of try and stop the turn before you reach the actual top of the wave, because you might fall off the back of the wave. You know, you're trying to stop it 3/4 of the way up, and then turn, and then back down you go for the next bottom turn. But again, depending on the waves, you've got that throttle in your hand. If you fall off the back of the wave, you might be able to just push yourself, pull a bit more throttle, jump back in the wave. You know, as long as it's safe to do so, and the wave is of a size where you can see that there's no one else in there, and you were just riding it anyway. So that's really a few little tips that I've got for the wave riding.
Most important also is to exit the wave before it closes. That's the point.
So I guess, again, depending on what type of session it is, and what type of beach, what type of like shelf you've got. If you've got a reef break, you often got like a wave is just in the one place, and then there may be a big deep channel around it, and you fall off and there's no problem. It might be a beach break and it could be really messy, and then you've got wave after wave, so if the waves are small and you're happy to be in the white water and get worked, it doesn't really matter. It's amazing how much of a wipeout you can get. I mean, you want to, if you do wipe out, you want to make sure you pull the throttle so the engine's not going, it's no danger to you with the propeller. And also, if you've got it upside down in the water with the throttle flat out, it's just sucking water inside the board like mad, so you don't want that. Stop the engine, compose yourself. Don't take too long composing yourself. If it's big or danger, get the plug in quick and get ready to go, and as soon as it goes, boom, off you go and get out of there. But sure, if you can see that the wave is going to close, it's going to close out, meaning the whole thing's going to fall down in one big go, then you can just exit before that happens.